Whether you're fighting the Covenant in the original Halo trilogy or the Storm Covenant in Halo 4 and 5, the enemy factions of every mainline Halo game have always bolstered their ranks with legions of Ungoi that you consistently fight throughout every Halo game, except for the Grunts that side with you at the end of Halo 2. Those guys are cool.
We like elites. The brutes, stinky bad.
And once again, the Grunts have returned to the front lines, this time serving the Banished in Halo Infinite, and honestly guys, these are my favorite versions of Grunts that we've ever seen. So guys, welcome to my breakdown of the Grunts of Halo Infinite. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I've enjoyed making it for you guys, because probably like a lot of you guys, I've always had a soft spot for the Grunts of the Halo franchise, so videos like this have always been a ton of fun to make, so I hope you guys enjoy it as well. And just in case you're new, welcome to Live from My Basement, a YouTube channel where I sit here in my basement and talk to you guys about all things Halo. I hope you guys enjoy your stay, but guys, let's dive into my breakdown of the Grunts of Halo Infinite. Starting off with a brief overview of the standard Banished Grunt conscript, he is easily recognized due to his strong resemblance of the Grunt Miner from the Covenant. And much like the Covenant, the Banished utilized the Grunt conscripts in a similar manner, using their overwhelming numbers to destroy the enemy. The Grunt conscript, just like every other rank of Grunt, is equipped with a methane tank on his back that comes in various designs depending on the Grunt's rank. The Grunts breathe the methane to simulate the atmosphere of their homeworld of Bahalo, but when shot, these methane tanks explode with really cool spark and smoke effects. Grunts being the characters that they are, it's not uncommon to see them flee from a fight if the battle isn't going their way. It's also not uncommon to see Grunts napping in various caves and Banished bases spread around Zeta Halo. Grunt conscripts come in multiple variations, including a brand new blue variant, which more often than not is equipped with a needler, as opposed to the more traditional plasma pistol and plasma grenades more commonly used by the orange Grunt conscripts. It's also not uncommon in combat to see Grunts in a last-ditch effort to take you out, whip out 2 plasma grenades and go for a suicide charge. Occasionally, brutes even assist them with this by giving them a boost. Grunts also have access to mounted plasma turrets both on the ground and in the gun positions on Phantom dropships, and not to mention the newly designed shade turrets. But when it comes to actually piloting a vehicle, the Banished Grunt can't pilot anything other than the Banished Ghost. Moving on now to the newly named Assault Grunt, which shares a striking resemblance to that of the Grunt Imperial from the Storm Covenant. The Assault Grunt is equipped with a uniquely shaped methane tank and a full helmet that comes in multiple shades of color. It's also not uncommon to see Assault Grunts wield more unique weapons like the Disruptor, as opposed to the more traditional weapons of the Covenant. Moving on now to a brand new Grunt variant seen in Halo Infinite, the Grunt Mule is a very Banished looking Grunt that wears armor head to toe that's more reminiscent to that of a Banished brute captain than a standard Grunt. The Grunt Mule serves a unique purpose on the battlefield, as he's lugging around random weapons from both the UNSC and the Banished for his allies. It's also worth mentioning that out of all the Grunts in the Banished, the Grunt Mules are the most vulgar, and I find it hilarious. Which leads us to the highest ranking Grunt on Zeta Halo, the Grunt Ultra, which is an awesome redesign from the Grunt Ultra that we saw on Halo Reach, and he looks great here and is immediately recognizable by his white armor. And much like the Assault Grunt, when it comes to the weapons that the Grunt Ultra is using, they usually use more powerful weapons like the Needler and the Disruptor, as opposed to the plasma pistol used by the more standard Grunt conscripts. But what really makes a Grunt Ultra stand out is that they're equipped with personal recharging energy shields, but really what I love about the Grunts is that even an Ultra is still just a Grunt.
Is it safe to come out?
But at the end of the day, guys, the Grunts from Halo Infinite are my favorite versions of the Grunts from any Halo game, especially when it comes to their art design, which, like I said in my Elite Breakdown video, the art design of the Grunts has been a bit rocky because I wasn't a huge fan of their design in Halo 4 and Halo 5, but even for people who are fans of those Grunts from Halo 4 and 5, they didn't just abandon those designs. The Grunt Assault is very similar to the Imperial Grunt from Halo 4 and 5, and even the Grunt Ultra is a redesign from the Grunt Ultra that we saw in Halo Reach, and the more traditional Grunt Miner from the Halo trilogy. They're all here and revamped, and they've never looked better. I love that. Nobody's left out, and they're honestly the best looking, the best sounding, the best acting Grunts, the most grunty Grunts, if that's a thing, of any Halo game. They're absolutely perfect here, and that's awesome, because I'm tired of looking back at the past of Halo games and just being like, man, the best days were behind us. But when it comes to the designs of these races in the Banished, they've never been better. We no longer have to look behind us. We can just live now in the present of Halo Infinite, because it's never been better than it is right now. now. But guys, this has been my breakdown of the grunts of Halo Infinite. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. And in case you're new to my channel, I make new Halo videos every single week, so be sure to subscribe to Live from My Basement so you don't miss any of my new content, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.